Hello everyone, I'm Blessing Adekanmi, a penultimate accounting student of University of Lagos. This is Group 5 of the Business Information Technology Project. I and my group members are going to be guiding you on the system development lifecycle and procurement. The system development lifecycle is simply a project management model. Now, the system development process is usually long and tedious. So, the system analysts and project managers can leverage system development lifecycle to develop, test, and eventually come up with information system and software with greater efficiency and overall quality. Coming up next are my group members that are going to walk you through the 7 stages of system development lifecycle. Stay tuned. Thank you.
The first stage of the system development life cycle is the planning stage. Of course, before we embark on any course of action, we have to plan. So the goal of this step is to determine the business need and to determine its importance to the company. Also, this stage, it helps us to determine whether or not the project is feasible. There are 3 major factors that helps us to determine which projects to invest on. The first one is the return on investment. The second one is the compliance and risk reduction. While the third one is contribution to competitive strategy. The second stage of the system development life cycle is the analysis stage. Basically, what we do here is to gather every information needed in this new project. The goal of this analysis stage is to develop a clear understanding of the processes that the system would support, making use of the process diagram.
So the next stage is the design stage. The design stage is a necessary precursor to the main developer stage. In this phase, the developer will first outline the detail for the overall application alongside specific aspects such as the system interface, the user interface, network requirements, and database. This is also where end users can identify and discuss the specific business information need for the application, as well as consider the important components and necessary procedures in order to accomplish the project's primary objective. Once this is complete, the development manager will prepare a design document to be referenced throughout the next phase of the system development lifecycle. The next stage is the development stage. This is the part where developers actually write the code in order to build the application according to earlier design documents and applied specifications. Developers will follow coding guidelines as defined by the organization, as well as utilize different tools such as the interpreter, the compiler, and the debugger. Developer will use the right programming code based on project specifications and requirements. Such programming language could include PHP, Python, JavaScript, and more.
Now we go on to the testing stage. In the testing stage, everything we've done from the planning stage to the development stage is being tested. The developers will test to make sure that nothing is going to affect the end user's experience. When they notice errors in the software, they try to fix it, and they also retest and make points at where they'll be retested. After testing, the overall development of the software will begin to come together, and then the software developers will integrate all of this by leveraging on the environment. At this stage, the software is fully ready to be launched into the market and to be provided for use to the end users. Now, this whole thing doesn't end at implementation, because usually routine checks are meant to be done and bug fixes, because some things will come up that would need maintenance, that will need improvement. So this is what we call the maintenance stage. So at the maintenance stage, the developers will try to go into the market, they'll get users experience. Now they do more like a survey, or they try to get feedbacks from the user that, oh, how is this going? What do you think we should fix? What are the bugs that you've noticed? And they would fix it continuously. So like routine checks are being made. And then I'll be calling on my colleague now to come and talk about the methodologies of software development and to also tell us the procurement process. Thank you.
Okay, so firstly, I want to thank my fellow group members for giving such a wonderful explanation on the 7 stages of system development lifecycle. So next, now, I'm going to speak on the system development lifecycle methodologies. These methodologies are models through which these life cycles are operated. So firstly, I'm going to speak on the waterfall model. In this model, development teams are required to first finish a stage before moving on to the next stage. It can be vulnerable to early delays, but it takes information from previous stages to avoid issues or mistakes. The next model is the spiral model. This model, compared to other models, is a bit flexible. In this model, the project goes through 4 early stages in sort of a spiral motion over and over again, which can lead to very customized products. The next models are the iterative model, which focuses on repetition and repeat testing. And the agile model, which prioritizes fast and ongoing release times, which helps organizations deal with issues as they arise rather than waiting until it happens later. This model, I would say in my opinion, is the most used model all over the world by businesses. This model, I would say in my opinion, is the most used model all over the world by businesses. Finally, I'm going to speak briefly on procurement. Basically, what procurement means is, for example, in organizations, when there's a situation to create a system or a software, they either choose to buy or to build. Building is what we have discussed in the 7 cycles of the system development. Procurement, on the other hand, has to do with the buy strategy. In this situation, the business decides to buy products from outside to run as softwares in the company. So to conclude, I will say that you cannot overemphasize the importance of the system development lifecycle to any business. This process should be followed step by step, which is very important in creating softwares. So thank you for your time. I hope you understood what I and my colleagues were trying to explain of the process of the system development lifecycle. Like and subscribe. Thank you.